police investigating a robbery at a fast food joint over in West Nashville, and this one has a strange twist to it. News Channel 5's Alexandra Cohen is off Charlotte Pike over in West Nashville where it happened. And you were telling us earlier in a live report these guys apparently had some covering on their faces, right?
Yeah, Steve, they were wearing pantyhose on their faces to conceal their identities at the time of the robbery here at this cookout restaurant. Take a look at this video from the scene. Detectives flooded this cookout restaurant, and according to police, they weren't late night customers. The suspects robbed 3 employees at gunpoint around 2:30 this morning. The 2 masked men got away with thousands of dollars in cash. The suspects made entry into the business through a side door. Police are trying to figure out why it was left open, because police say it was supposed to be locked. The employees at Cookout were not injured during the robbery. At this time, they are reviewing surveillance from the restaurant. They're investigating whether the suspects got away in a vehicle or not. Canine officers were called here to the scene to track the 2 men, but they were unable to find them here in West Nashville. If you have any information on this robbery, you can always call Crime Stoppers at 615-74-CRIME. I'm going to put in a request for the surveillance video and photos right after this live shot. Reporting live in West Nashville, Alexandra Cohen, News Channel 5.
Alexandra, thanks so much. And lanes of I-24 are back open after a bad crash overnight. This was the scene at around 1 this morning on I-24 East at Hickory Hollow in Antioch. Crews worked the scene for about 4 hours overnight. Right now, we know 1 person was hurt, but they are expected to be okay. And a Nashville fireman was assaulted not once, but twice, and by the same man. He was trying to help. News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy in the 5 Alert Center this morning with more on this story. And Dan, we know it's a dangerous job, even when not fighting fires.
Yeah, you're right, Amy. First responders never know what kind of trouble they're about to walk into. In this case, there was a man passed out along the side of Highway 100 in Nashville. And when first responders, including this firefighter, arrived, the man reacted in a violent manner. Police say that Stephen Lloyd Hall grabbed the firefighter and put him in a chokehold, squeezing his neck so tight that fireman couldn't breathe. He was able to get free, though, after punching Hall in the face. Now, here's where things get weird. Hang with me. Just 3 weeks ago, the same exact thing happened with the same firefighter and the same alleged drunk. In that case, this man tried stepping in front of traffic. The firefighter grabbed him to pull him out of the way of a fast-moving car, and the man reacted by punching the firefighter. And we're not done yet. I just checked this man's history. Also last month, he jumped out of an ambulance as they were trying to take him to the hospital, again for picking him up after he was allegedly drunk on the side of the highway. This morning, though, Stephen Lloyd Hall is in jail. Reporting from the 5 Alert Center, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
Dan, thank you very much. A manhunt underway for 2 prisoners wanted for killing 2 guards in Georgia. Authorities say the 2 men matching Donnie Rowe and Ricky Dubose description were last seen about an hour east of Atlanta inside a Dollar General after a home burglary in that area. Dubose serving 30 years for robbing a disabled veteran, and Lewisburg, Tennessee native Rowe was serving life in prison for assault and armed robbery. A $70,000 reward is now being offered in that case to get those 2 back behind bars.
And Steve, an accused killer is off the streets, charged in a violent crime spree. Tramel Sparkman was arrested in Spring Hill yesterday. Metro Police say he shot and killed 2 men during a robbery on May 23rd and fired several shots during a home invasion a few hours later. Then shot another man during a robbery the next day. He's facing a number of charges, including 2 counts of murder. A death investigation is underway after a body was found near Rock Harbor Marina. Metro Police recovered the body from the Cumberland River near Bells Bend Park yesterday. No word yet on the person's identity, and an autopsy will be performed later today.
We are learning more now about a deadly crash that happened in Dickson County. Troopers say Mackenzie Stewart ran a stop sign on Highway 48 at the intersection of Staten Road, hitting another car. Gladina Chadwick was thrown from that car and died. She was not wearing a seatbelt. 3 other people in the car were hurt, but should be all right. Stewart cited for failure to yield.
5 Live traffic time now is 5:09, and we recently showed you that video of I-24 at Hickory Hollow Parkway. Well, that bad accident has cleared. This is what that stretch of road looks like right now. No major issues to slow you down along your route. I-40 at Fessler's Lane looking pretty good. You are seeing a lot of folks on the road, but they're not having any major slowdowns or any issues in their way. Now, we are seeing a little bit of construction. It's the I-24 eastbound off-ramp onto Old Hickory Boulevard. So they are stopping traffic every once in a while. Once it gets a little long, they'll then let it go past the construction on that off-ramp, I-24 eastbound at Old Hickory Boulevard. So those are the outbound lanes. But as you can tell, a lot of green on the map, and you should have a pretty nice drive if you're about to head out. The traffic report brought to you by Universal Kia. Now let's head over to Henry.
Thank you, Rebecca. It is another mild start to what will be a hot and humid day. Temperatures already in the 70s. Sunrise at 5:29 this morning. And once that sun comes out, it's really going to heat things up. So again, waiting sunrise in about 19 minutes. Here's a beautiful shot from our camera high atop Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital right now as we continue to wait for sunrise to make its way over the horizon. 72 in the Music City, 71 in Dixon, but 64 in Columbia. By this afternoon, more green, yellow, and red popping up on the map. Those pop-up showers and thunderstorms. Not everybody expected to see them, but we do expect to have that once again. Here's a look at the last 6 hours. The storms that were over Clay, Jackson, and Overton counties, they finally rained themselves out well after midnight. And we watch for tomorrow as there is another front that is off to our west that will bring better chances of thunderstorms. And while severe weather will be west of us today, can't rule out seeing some strong to severe storms tomorrow, producing wind and hail as the primary threats. That's why we do have a slight risk for your Thursday as far as severe weather goes. From the 80s this morning into the 90s once again this afternoon. This trend is not looking to let up, at least in the near future, but there is some relief in the long-term forecast. We're going to look at that when we check the 7-day. That's coming up in a bit. Amy.
Henry, thank you. An American college student detained in North Korea is finally home, but it wasn't the reunion his parents were hoping for.
I am not stonewall. I am following the historic policies of the Department of Justice.
It was at times a heated exchange between Attorney General Jeff Sessions there and congressional members. A look at some of the big moments during yesterday's testimony.
Welcome back, everybody. The investigation into Russian meddling in the 2016 presidential election will continue today. Yesterday, Attorney General Jeff Sessions was in the hot seat answering some tough questions on Capitol Hill. Weijia Jiang has more.
During 2.5 hours of testimony, Attorney General Jeff Sessions insisted he has not had any inappropriate contact with Russians.
I have never met with or had any conversation with any Russians or any foreign officials concerning any type of interference with any campaign or election.
Members of the Senate Intelligence Committee grilled Sessions about what former FBI Director James Comey insinuated during his testimony.
Mr. Comey said that there were matters with respect to the recusal that were problematic and he couldn't talk about them. What are they?
Why don't you tell me? They are none, Senator Wyden.
Focus briefly shifted to talks that the president is considering firing Special Prosecutor Robert Mueller, who's leading the Russia investigation. Sessions insisted he would play no role in his dismissal. The White House said late Tuesday night President Trump has no intention of letting go of Mueller. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
All righty then.
Guess what time of year it is?
What time?
It's time for the annual RC Cola Moon Pie Festival in Bell Buckle.
Woo!
That's this Saturday. So it's exciting.
Well, there you go.
The original marshmallow sandwich.
Okay. And, yeah.
So they're celebrating.
And now they have different flavors
Take
of
that,
those things.
s'mores.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a fun time, and obviously with everything going on, a lot of festival time of year, this time of year is, and fairs start up and that kind of thing.
And we need to watch the sky closely,
We do,
too.
yeah.
So it's not so busy for you this morning. It's the afternoon that I'm more worried about. For you.
Yeah, when you walk outside, it's just, you know, that wet blanket feel from the air.
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of Houston a little bit.
Yeah, air you can wear. And it's not in a hurry to push out, folks, so just keep that in mind. Unfortunately, the heat, the humidity, they're not really going anywhere, at least as we make our way through the next 7 days. We will start to see some improvement, though, by Sunday night. Let's take a look outside right now. We are waking up to a beautiful, beautiful picture high atop Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital from our sky cam up there. 72 degrees, the wind currently calm. We are about 13 minutes away from sunrise. Nashville Shores, our Skynet site, brought to you by them. This pool was packed yesterday. It's going to be packed again today, rightfully so, because add about 20 degrees to that temperature, and that's where we'll be this afternoon, making making it into the 90s. Clarksville, beautiful shot as well as we prepare for sunrise. We're at 72 degrees right now. And in Franklin, looking pretty good there off in the horizon along 65, 72 our current temperature. Satellite and radar, the showers and thunderstorms that you had if you joined Bree last night during the 10 o'clock news, they finally rained themselves out. That was around 2 o'clock this morning when we saw the last drops fall from the sky. And things are quiet right now, but with the heating of the day, more chances of thunderstorms will fire up. Not an organized threat, but just the chance of those summertime pop-ups. Now tomorrow is a different story. We have an upper level trough that's going to push through the area, and what that means is there's a little bit more in the way of fuel for widespread thunderstorm activity. That's the reason we have a slight risk for severe weather. We've got some good ingredients to give us some gusty winds as well as some hail. Those will be the primary threats. So we'll be watching that closely for you over the next 24 to 36 hours. Make sure you stay tuned. Download that Storm Shield app too. That's a great way that you can track the weather should these storms, whether it's today or tomorrow, pop up on you. Looking at exact track, here's what things indicate for the afternoon. These pop-up showers and storms with the heating of the day, they'll go away though as we head into the nighttime hours after sunset. So your forecast today, mid-morning, 85 degrees. Look for 93 by this afternoon, and then 73 as we turn mostly clear tonight. Over the next 3 days, we'll see these temperatures in the 90s for highs and 70s for lows, and we finish your 7-day trend into Father's Day weekend, staying in the 90s. Now, the humidity looks to kind of linger for the first half of the week, but the cold front at least knocks the temperatures back to where they should be in the 80s by Monday and Tuesday. That's the latest on your forecast. Let's make sure the roads are okay on this Wednesday morning. For that, here's Rebecca with 5 Live Traffic.
Henry, it's been a nice, quiet start right now. You can see I-40 here at 46th Avenue in West Nashville. I mean, people are only using one lane right now. There's not too many folks on the road. I-65 here at Wedgwood Avenue, same thing. No major slowdowns or issues. We do have one injury crash, though. That's over on the east side, east of the loop, Visco Court. It's more of an industrial area close to Lebanon Pike where it's turning into Hermitage Avenue. So just a heads up, if that's where you work, there is an injury crash. Visco Court at Visco Drive. And I just want to remind everyone about the nightly construction. This is going on I-65 south of downtown. It's going to be between the Williamson County line, Old Hickory Boulevard area, and up to Armory Drive. So they can be moving throughout that area over the next several nights, usually starting around 8 o'clock and wrapping up before 5 a.m. in the morning. You'll see some alternating lane closures, but the good news is they're doing it overnight to avoid any sort of major traffic impact. This traffic report brought to you by RJ Young. Now let's head back to the desk.
All right, Rebecca, thank you. We continue to follow that breaking news out of London this morning. Looks like that high-rise apartment fire rekindled just a little bit ago. Crews are now pouring water on that blaze, at least as high as they can once again. Here's what we know right now. An unknown number of people dead. About 50 people did go to the hospital. Local residents reportedly expressed some safety concerns in the past. We also hear that blaze began on a lower floor, maybe the 4th floor, and then quickly started spreading floor by floor going up. Crews say it's way too early to tell how exactly that thing started. That'll be the big story people talk about all day long. An American college student who was released from a North Korean prison is finally back home. However, he's in a coma. An airplane carrying Ohio native Otto Warmbier landed in Cincinnati late last night. The 22-year-old taken to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center immediately. Warmbier was serving a 15-year prison term with hard labor in North Korea for alleged hostile acts against the regime. Basically, he was taking a propaganda poster, and that's what they tossed him in jail for. Well, a project expected to bring clean energy and jobs to Tennessee is now on hold. It's been spinning around and around, so to speak, for a while. Why they won't be having any new wind turbines going up anytime soon. And if you notice a weird-looking van on the road, get excited. Why this high-tech vehicle is a good thing for drivers.
A more than $100 million wind farm project in Tennessee is on hold this morning. The wind farm in Crab Orchard was expected to provide clean energy to 20,000 homes and create more than 100 jobs. But state lawmakers just passed a one-year moratorium on new turbines. The proposed site is a privately owned property behind a limestone quarry. Lawmakers say neighbors are worried about noise and property value. They're hoping to revisit that issue next year. Rebecca?
Well, Amy, you may notice a strange-looking van driving around Davidson County. Don't worry, this is just Metro Public Works. Now, the van is using lasers and cameras to survey every inch of the 2,400 lane miles in Davidson County. It's recording the degree of roughness and distress along street surfaces, including potholes and cracks. And that data will then be analyzed and help Metro decide where work is needed. Pretty cool. Let's take a look at what's going on the roads right now. Things are nice and quiet. I-24 here, Old Hickory Boulevard, coming in just past the Rutherford County line. You will not have much of a problem coming in from the southeast side of town. I-65 here in Trinity Hills. This is also I-24 eastbound, those lanes heading toward the downtown area. So no major issues. One injury crash, Visco Drive at Visco Court. This traffic report brought to you by Rivergate Toyota. Now here's Henry.
Good morning, everybody. Another mild start to what will be a hot and humid day. It's like a broken record right now. Outside, we are at 72 degrees. Humidity is high as well. We do have a partly cloudy sky reported at Nashville International. No rainfall to talk about at this time, but this afternoon, those pop-up thunderstorms expected once again. Real sky shows temperatures already around 90 degrees with a partly cloudy sky by lunchtime. And then we'll be in the low 90s this afternoon, expecting to see those pop-up showers and storms that will eventually diminish after sunset. A look at your 7-day trend coming up a little bit later on. Amy?
Breaking news now. 2 people were shot overnight in Nashville in the same area, just a few hours apart. Police are looking for the gunman and any connection between the 2 shootings.
And we just got an update now on this fire out of London, that huge apartment blaze. Authorities now confirming at least 6 people were killed. Unfortunately, that number 6 right now is expected to go up. We're tracking this story all morning long on News Channel 5 this morning. We're back in 2 minutes.
Straight ahead on News Channel 5 this morning, 2 shootings within just hours of each other in the same part of Nashville. I'll tell you where they happened and how those victims are doing.
And a shooting in North Nashville is solved this morning. Police think it's a sibling duo that's responsible.
All right, guys, thank you. Good morning, everybody. Looking like another hot and muggy day in Tennessee.
Some people might see some rain, but boy, that's a pretty sunrise out there behind us. All right, let's check on that forecast. Leland's off this morning. Henry is in once again. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, we've got a beautiful start when you look at it from the sky cams, looking out the window. Then you step outside and that humidity just slaps you and wakes you up this morning. Here's what we've got going on as far as current conditions go. We've got our camera in here that's about 1,100 feet up on our tower just north of the city looking back towards town. Seeing a little bit of haze to it now. 72 degrees, 91% humidity. Southerly wind, but it's currently died down. That's going to pick up throughout the day and help to potentially fuel these pop-up thunderstorms once again. Not everybody coming across them today, but just keep in mind, if you do, expect some heavy rain. 69 in Lafayette, 72 in the Music City, 65 over in Crossville. Rain is not out there right now, but we will see that firing up as we head into the afternoon hours. So just keep that in mind that we have that pop-up storm threat once again. Morning cup of coffee. Well, it's kind of a mild start for a hot drink, but hey, whatever works for you this morning to get you going. Humidity, it's going to be high as well. We're climbing into the low 80s. The drive home, low 90s, but those pop-up storms are what we need to watch for, as well as the heat and humidity that continues. What can we expect in your 7-day trend? That's coming up a little bit later on, Amy.
Henry, thank you. We begin with breaking news this morning. Police are investigating a robbery at a fast food restaurant in West Nashville. Let's check in with News Channel 5's Alexandra Cohen on Charlotte Pike. She's been gathering information. Alexandra, good morning.
Good morning, Amy. It was like a scene of a movie unfolding here for several employees. 2 suspects wearing pantyhose to hide their faces entered this restaurant around 2:30 and robbed the place. According to police, they weren't late-night customers. They were robbers who got away with thousands of dollars of cash this morning. The suspects made entry into the business through a side door as the employees were making shakes and burgers. Police are trying to figure out why the door was open, because it was supposed to be locked. It appears one employee may have been exiting the door when those suspects entered through it. The employees at Cookout were not injured during the incident. At this time, they are reviewing the surveillance from the restaurant. Police are investigating whether the suspects got away in a vehicle that was parked further away from the scene or not. Canine officers were called out here to the scene to track the two men, but they were not able to find them here in West Nashville. If you have any information on what happened here at this Cookout restaurant, you can call Crime Stoppers at 615-74-CRIME. Reporting live on Charlotte Pike, Alexandra Cohen, News Channel 5.
All right, Alexandra, thank you. Also, breaking news this morning, Metro Police investigating two overnight shootings that happened pretty much the same area, just a few hours apart. And News Channel 5 Sophie Nielsen-Colding is at Metro General Hospital, and that's where one of the victims was taken. Do we know an update on that person's condition, Sophie?
Well, luckily, both of the victims from these overnight shootings are going to be okay. That's according to doctors who looked at them, calling both of their gunshot wounds non-life-threatening. Now, the first shooting happened just after 11:30 last night. Now, this one happened because a man says he was walking from the Z-Mart on 24 Lafayette Street to the J.C. Napier homes when a man tried to rob him, he says. He says the gunman shot him in the back of the knee when he tried to run away. Someone then drove that victim to Metro General Hospital. Then shortly after 2 o'clock this morning, a man approached security at the Greyhound bus station. He told them that he'd been shot and he needed help. He told police that he was on 1st Avenue South near Carroll Street when a man jumped out and shot him. He told police he doesn't know why this person did that. The victim, according to police, waited almost an hour to report the incident, so it may have happened around 1 o'clock this morning. He couldn't give the police a description of the gunman. That person was rushed to Vanderbilt University Medical Center for treatment. Now, as for these two shootings, they happened in the area around this Z-Mart on Lafayette Street, which is surrounded by a lot of crime that we see lately. This is the Metro Police crime mapping tool on their website. And in the past 7 days, there have been 36 reported crimes within a half-mile radius of it. So you can see that this is kind of a crime-ridden area. Since June 3rd, there have been at least 2 other shootings there as well. Live in Nashville, Sophie Nielsen-Colding, News Channel 5.
Sophie, thanks so much. And police think a brother and sister are responsible for shooting and beating a man in North Nashville. News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy in the 5 Alert Center with an update this morning. And Dan, have they arrested this duo?
Well, Amy, the sister was arrested last night, and this morning she remains locked up in jail. We have the affidavit that shows she's charged with aggravated assault, but this morning her brother is still on the run. Police looking for him. The shooting happened late at night a couple Fridays ago over on Cephas Street in North Nashville. Police say they found the victim outside of this home with a gunshot to his leg and some sort of laceration to his head. They asked him what happened because he was in good enough condition to talk, and he told police that Theatra Burrow hit him in the head with a pistol and that he was then shot by Burrow's brother, who is yet, by the way, to be officially charged. It's not clear what led up to the shooting. Again, he was able to identify the brother and sister duo through some photographs from his hospital bed. He is still recovering at Vanderbilt. And again, the search is on now for Burrow's brother. In the 5 Alert Center, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
Dan, thanks so much. The man accused of a brutal attack in the mid-state was found more than 500 miles away. Murfreesboro police telling us that Jeremy Kelly was picked up yesterday up in Illinois at his home in Aurora. The 34-year-old accused of stabbing Sadie Kelly multiple times in the face and body at a home on Windwalker Court Saturday. She was rushed to the hospital with some serious injuries. Kelly now charged with attempted second-degree murder, and no word yet when he's going to be extradited back down to Tennessee.
Today, family and friends will say goodbye to the little girl accidentally shot by her 2-year-old cousin. Visitation for 7-year-old Harmony Warfield will be held this morning at 11 at Mount Gilead Missionary Baptist Church. Her funeral will follow at noon. Harmony was accidentally shot last week when her toddler cousin got a hold of a loaded gun. Police are still looking for this man, Anthony Sanders. They want to ask him some questions about that gun, which is still missing.
Time now is 5:36. We're just hearing word from Spring Hill Police about a water main break and gas leak in the Neilcrest Circle area. It's going to be right at LaQuire Lane in Spring Hill. You can see that's just west of I-65, just north of Duplex Road. So heads up if that is your neighborhood. The good news is Neilcrest Circle is a circle, so you will be able to get around that intersection that they're working on right now if you live in the area. I-24 here at Shelby Avenue, East Bank, looking good. We are starting to see a little more activity on the roads earlier than we've seen the last few days. Other people may have been sleeping in or maybe taking longer vacations after that big weekend here in Nashville. Coming in from the west side, I-40 here in Bellevue at Old Hickory Boulevard, things are looking good as well. No major slowdowns on your way. This traffic report brought to you by Granite Transformations. Now let's head over to Henry.
Thanks a lot, Rebecca. We are starting the morning with no rainfall after some heavy showers and thunderstorms that took their time to kind of diminish over Clay County and parts of Overton and Jackson County as well. Here's a look outside at the Power of 5 radars. You've got 60s and 70s with no rainfall right now, but that was a different story about 6 hours ago. Like I said, Clay, Jackson, Overton counties, a good little thunderstorm that finally rained itself out around 2 o'clock this morning. As we expand this view, I'm tracking what we call trough, this upper level disturbance here that's out to our west. This brings the chance of some severe weather. Not today, that's going to stay west of us, but tomorrow for Thursday, we look at the threat of some severe weather that's moving into the mid-state and parts of northern Alabama, even southern Kentucky expected to see a little bit as well. Today, though, hot and humid with these pop-up thunderstorms. We'll go from 84 at 9 a.m. The clouds will kind of increase as we climb into the 80s and upper 80s at that by 11, then 90s with those pop-up storms this afternoon. I want to say good morning, of course, to everybody that's our camp of the day at the Wilson County Civic League Summer Arts Camp in Lebanon, Tennessee. Hope you all have a wonderful day at camp and stay cool, hopefully inside as well. Amy?
Thank you, Henry. A pair of thieves steal more than 24 firearms from a local gun store. Now you could earn some cash if you help police put them behind bars. And crews are still working to figure out how a warehouse went up in flames in downtown Nashville. They tell us now they think it's suspicious. And the opioid epidemic is growing across the country, and now several lawsuits here in Tennessee hope to stop the deadly problem. Breaking internationally this morning, London's Metro Police say at least 6 people have died in a devastating fire that has engulfed a West London high-rise apartment building. And this is a live look at the scene right now. That number, that death toll is expected to rise. Authorities also say 50 people at least were taken to the hospital after a massive fire set a 24-story apartment block ablaze overnight. More than 250 firefighters are saying now have battled the fire throughout the night, and we will continue to watch this situation. Again, at least 6 killed in this high-rise fire. Also new this morning, a man is accused of holding a disabled woman against her will at a popular fast food restaurant. News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy in the 5 Alert Center with new information this morning. And Dan, it all started when the suspect accused this woman of stealing some money, something like that?
Yeah, so he was at this ATM on Old Hickory Boulevard yesterday getting some cash out, and she was behind him at the ATM. Apparently his transaction didn't go through, and then he told police that this woman who is disabled and in a wheelchair then stole his money. Now, police say there's no evidence of that's just not the case, and that he's making up the whole story. So things escalated a little later yesterday when they say Roy Easley Jr. retaliated against her, followed her next door to the Jack in the Box, and surveillance video there shows her going there inside the restaurant in her electric wheelchair when Easley accused her continually of stealing his money. The manager calls police. She tries to leave. Police say, though, that's when Easley and an accomplice lock the door to that restaurant, refusing to let her leave. Police eventually do arrive and arrest him this morning. Easley, who has a history of drugs, is charged with kidnapping and attempted robbery of this woman. Reporting in the 5 Alert Center, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
Dan, thanks so much. You could be earning yourself some cash if you have any idea who these guys are. So take a look at this. Police say they stole thousands of dollars worth of firearms from the Tactical Edge facility there in Clarksville. The men accused of breaking into that gun store last Friday and taking $32,000 worth of weapons. The ATF and the National Shooting Sports Foundation putting up that reward money. If you know anything, call Crime Stoppers in Clarksville, 931-645-TIPS, TIPS. And here's your tip for today. Stay indoors.
No kidding. I know yesterday we kept thinking we might get a shower or two, and the clouds would come in, and then the sun would beat down. It does, and then it would go away. Yeah.
From my house, I'm just looking towards eastern parts of Davidson County, towards Opry Mills as well. They got a great shower, and I'm just looking at it from the outside looking in.
I know, I had to water again last night. I know a lot of people are doing that right now.
Yeah, so it's not widespread. It's going to be the pop-up variety, splash and dash, as we say. Just keep that in mind, that if you come across one of these showers and thunderstorms, it produces some heavy rain, but they're usually fairly short-lived. Here's what's going on outside right now. Downtown Nashville from our Skynet 5 location here at News Channel 5. 74 degrees as we look at our capital, along with Tennessee Tower there. In Columbia, our temperature at 69. Beautiful clear sky. We'll see these clouds kind of filling in throughout the day. And let's take you now down to Lawrenceburg. We're at 68 degrees. We're going to climb back into the upper 80s and low 90s once again. 72 at the airport in the Music City. We've got 65 in Crossville. Down into Chattanooga, they're in the 70s. So you get the picture. 60s and 70s throughout Tennessee, Alabama, even into Kentucky. Bowling Green at 69 right now. Bigger picture showing you that things are quiet here. We'll get the heating of the day to support these pop-up storms. It's this activity tomorrow. I'm keeping a close eye on that. Looks to bring the good chance of some strong to severe storms, a little more organization, if you will, which is why the risk of severe weather that is currently north and west of us will shift right overhead tomorrow with that slight risk of severe weather, especially in the afternoon hours with this upper level disturbance sliding through the region. So exact track today, the computer model showing with the heating of the day. Here come the little green spots with some yellow and red at times. And then once we see sunset occur, which is at 8:05 tonight, it starts to quiet down out there, and then we do it all over again tomorrow, just more organization to it, more widespread activity. Positive that I can find for all of this, though, allergy sufferers, myself included in this, we are in that low moderate range right now for tree and grass pollens because of the rain and the added moisture in the atmosphere. So there's an upside for those of us that do have the allergies. Your Wednesday breakdown from 81 at 8 a.m., near 90 by lunchtime, and over 90 degrees at 91 by 2 and 93 at 4 with these pop-up storm chances. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast that does have a break from the 90s. You just have to get through Father's Day weekend first. That is when we get a cold front to push through Sunday night. That's when we have an increased threat of thunderstorms. We'll get some during the day, I think, but the bigger chance will be overnight. Then we fall into the 80s to start next week. That's the latest on your hot and humid forecast. Hopefully everybody's playing nice on the roads this Wednesday. Let's check in now with Rebecca for 5 Live Traffic.
Henry, we do have a new report of a crash. It is along I-24 westbound here, though we can't see it on any of the cameras just yet. It's reported just before you get to Hickory Hollow Parkway, so could start to impact folks coming in from the southeast side. I'll let you know as soon as I can tell exactly how big of a deal this is and if any lanes are blocked. I-40 here at Donaldson Pike, your route to the airport is moving right along this morning, though there's a cancellation if you're heading out to Boston and a couple other delays on Delta. So make sure you check your flight if you are flying that airline this morning. Spring Hill, heads up. You have a water main break and a gas leak that they are working on right now. This is in a neighborhood, so won't be impacting traffic too much. But if you do live around Neil Crest Circle, just make sure you are aware. Thankfully, you can just go around the circle to avoid that intersection. Now let's head back to Steve and Amy.
Thanks so much. Investigators are now calling the fire that destroyed a Goodwill warehouse suspicious. The fire broke out during rush hour on Monday, sending thick black smoke into the air. It could be seen for miles. Goodwill told officials the building on Herman and 11th in downtown Nashville was locked at the time of the fire. Authorities say given that information and the nature of the fire, investigators are ruling it suspicious. Steve?
Amy, we have talked over and over about opioid epidemic in our state. Well, now the number of lawsuits filed over this problem is really growing. In fact, 3 county prosecutors over in East Tennessee and the guardian of a baby born dependent on drugs filed a suit against several painkiller manufacturers yesterday. The lawsuit accusing them of deceptive marketing practices that downplayed the addictions that come with the medications. It claims Tennessee has the second highest statewide opioid prescription rate in the nation, just behind West Virginia. Earlier this month, you may recall House Speaker Beth Harwell sent a letter to the state's Attorney General asking him to consider a similar lawsuit coming from the state. Well, new housing is coming to East Nashville, and while some neighbors are planning to move in, the current neighbors don't really want to move out. We'll explain the problem.
And the numbers are in. It was a good year for Bonnaroo and Coffee County.
All right, welcome back. We've been following this breaking news all morning long. This apartment high-rise blaze in London. Now, the fire started overnight. It's been burning for hours. More than 250 firefighters remain on the scene. Authorities confirm right now at least 6 people have died. That number, though, is expected to climb. Apparently, they did not have sprinklers in this high-rise, and they don't in that area. The cause of the blaze still under investigation.
Here are your headlines this morning. The manhunt is underway for 2 Georgia prison escapees. Authorities say 43-year-old Donnie Russell Rowe and 24-year-old Ricky Dubose overpowered and killed 2 prison guards on a transport bus yesterday morning before carjacking a motorist. A $70,000 reward being offered in the case.
A death investigation is underway after a body was discovered near a marina in the mid-state. Officers tell us they pulled that body out of the Cumberland River near Bells Bend Park. No word yet on that person's identity or cause of death.
Kentucky State Police are investigating a deadly crash in Trigg County. It happened last night on Highway 68. Details are limited this morning and no word on the victim's name or how that crash happened. A mobile home park in East Nashville is now making way for condo development with more than 100 units. Rockford Realty and Construction Company says it has the property off Meridian Street in Nashville under contract. They plan to build condo flats, townhomes, and duplexes starting around $170,000. But it means those currently living in the mobile home park will have to move. The developer plans to meet with neighbors next week. They hope to break ground by the end of the year. Steve?
All right, some good news now for Bonnaroo. Ticket sales definitely bouncing back. Last year, only about 46,000 tickets were sold. This year, much better. About 65,000 were sold, we're told. And that's not just good news for the festival here at the big board behind me. It's also really great for Coffee County, which is where Bonnaroo is. They send $3 per ticket plus another $30,000 to Coffee County's general fund. However, that agreement is about to expire. A new arrangement is expected next year when the farm opens up again June 7th through the 10th. The dates for next year's Bonnaroo Festival.
5 Live Traffic. Sky 5 is up in the air on the way right now to Riley Parkway at Clarksville Pike, where in the westbound lanes we have a newly reported crash where a pickup truck is actually on top of the barrier wall. We'll check back in with them as soon as they get there. I-24 here at Old Hickory Boulevard coming in from the southeast side. We're starting to slow down just a bit because there is a crash reported ahead of this on the on-ramp at Hickory Hollow Parkway in those westbound lanes. But our drive times are all still normal coming in from Antioch and Rutherford County. I-65 here at Dickerson Pike, no problems coming in from the north side of town. This traffic report brought to you by Subway. Now let's head over to Henry.
Rebecca, thank you. It is another mild start to what will be another hot and humid day. It's like a broken record forecast-wise. Here's a look outside, courtesy of Sky 5, making its rounds across the mid-state. But the temperature to go along with this beautiful shot, 72 degrees. We're heading into the 90s today. Want to remind you of heat safety. While we don't have any advisories, it's still pretty hot out there. So make sure you slow it down, stay hydrated. The sunscreen is needed, and please take breaks if you can find air-conditioned locations. More on the forecast in just a bit, Steve. All
right, Henry, thanks. And more breaking news now. An accused killer behind bars wanted for 2 different murders.
But we're now learning that authorities think 3 people are responsible. News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy in the 5 Alert Center with the details.
Also, 2 people were shot overnight in Nashville, pretty much the same area, only a few hours apart. So far, no one is in custody. At News Channel 5, Sophie Nielsen-Colding working this story. She's got an update coming your way in 4 minutes.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Breaking news we've been following all night for you. This massive, deadly fire at a London high-rise is still burning right now, and that death toll continues to climb.
And 2 men are shot overnight in Nashville in an area that's no stranger to crime. I'll tell you where it is straight ahead.
And also happening right now, the manhunt continues for 2 escaped inmates who killed a couple of prison guards. One of these guys does have ties to Middle Tennessee.
And we're waking up once again with temperatures in the 70s and upper 60s, but humidity is high all across the area for your Wednesday. It's going to be another uncomfortable day. So we take a look outside right now, 72 degrees on our Skynet site, brought to you by Nashville Shores. The pool quiet right now, but once Nashville Shores opens, I'm pretty certain it's going to be packed once again like it was yesterday. 72 at the airport in Nashville as well, 70 in Dixon, Murfreesboro at 70. It's 65 over in Crossville, 69 Lafayette, and getting up towards Hopkinsville, we're at 73 degrees. Add 20 degrees to these temperatures and that's pretty much where we're going to top out for those highs making our way through today. No rainfall right now, but we will see the shower chances picking up as we roll into the afternoon hours. Speaking of the afternoon, we're going to top out at 93 in the city. Lots of humidity out there. Any rain chances go away tonight, down to 73, but muggy once again. And then we get a disturbance to bring more widespread thunderstorm chances on Thursday. Thursday's high, 91. We'll talk more about your forecast coming up in a bit, but right now, Steve has some breaking news for us.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Henry. We continue to follow the breaking news from overseas. Smoke still rising from an apartment building in London right now. A massive fire there, and there's a live picture of the scene right there beside me. It's Grenfell Tower in West London. We learned in the last 45 minutes about 6 people have been killed there, but that number is expected to go up. Hundreds were evacuated. Look at this. This looks like a scene out of Towering Inferno, that movie from the 70s. Hundreds were evacuated when the building caught fire last night. More than 50 went to the hospital. Not clear how serious all of their injuries are. Crews are still dousing the flames because it's rekindled a couple of times overnight. Download the News Channel 5 app for updates throughout the day as they continue to investigate that deadly blaze. Wow. All right, breaking news here in Nashville. Also, police investigating a robbery at a fast food joint over in West Nashville. This one has a little bit of a twist, and News Channel 5's Alexandra Cohen is at that Cookout fast food restaurant to explain what happened. Alexandra.
Steve, I can't imagine being these employees. Apparently, these 2 robbery suspects entered this cookout wearing pantyhose on top of their faces to conceal their identity, so they weren't able to get a good look at them. But as you can see in this video, police did confirm they weren't late-night customers who entered this restaurant. They were robbers who got away with thousands of dollars of cash. Around 2:30 this morning, the suspects made entry into the business through a side door as an employee was leaving. The other employees were inside making shakes and burgers. None of them were injured. At this time, police are trying to access the restaurant security system. It appears the 2 suspects with pantyhose on their faces were last seen running away on Charlotte Pike. K-9 officers were called here to the scene to track them, but they were unable to find the suspects in West Nashville. If you happen to be out here and saw anything suspicious around 2:30 this morning, you can always call Crime Stoppers for cash that tips that lead to an arrest at 615-74-CRIME. Reporting live in West Nashville, Alexandra Cohen, News Channel 5.
Alexandra, thanks. Also breaking overnight, 2 men are being treated at 2 different hospitals after being shot in the same area of Nashville just hours apart. And News Channel 5's Sophie Nielsen-Coling is following this investigation. And Sophie, we're hoping the victims will be okay.
That first victim was taken here to Metro General Hospital. Luckily, the good news is doctors say that he is going to be okay, had a non-life threatening gunshot wound, as did the other victim. But it all happened starting around 11:30 p.m. That first shooting happened when someone drove the shooting victim, a man, to General Hospital. Doctors say that he had a gunshot wound from behind his knee. According to police, the man said he was walking from the Z-Mart on 24 Lafayette Street to J.C. Napier Homes when a man tried to rob him and then shot him when he tried to run away. The second shooting happened shortly after 2 o'clock this morning. A man says that he went up to security at a Greyhound bus station, told them that he'd been shot and he needed help. According to police, this person says that he was on First Avenue South near Carroll Street when a man jumped out and shot him. Told police he doesn't know why. Police say that this man waited almost an hour to report the incident and wouldn't give police a description of the gunman. He was rushed to Vanderbilt University Medical Center with also only a non-life-threatening gunshot wound. So police don't really have a lot to go off. No arrests at last check. They don't have a really good suspect description of either gunman, but these two crimes have happened within a half a mile there of that Z-Mart on Lafayette Street, where another shooting had happened on the 3rd and another one had happened just on June 5th. So police have their hands full in that area. Live in Nashville, Sylvie Nielsen-Colding, News Channel 5.
5 Live Traffic. We have breaking news right now. Take a look at this crash. We have a pickup truck on top of the barrier wall here. TDOT help truck here about to tow him off and get him off that wall. As you can see, they have the right lane closed here, Briley Parkway westbound, just after Clarksville Pike. We've got some fire trucks on scene. We don't know how that driver is doing. Obviously, no longer in this truck right now, but you can see that truck up on top of that barrier wall, kind of hooked in behind that front tire here. Just an unbelievable looking scene that we are watching, and TDOT about to tow him off of that ledge, literally, as they're about to drive in the other direction. Still have one lane of traffic moving by in the left lane here, Briley Parkway westbound, just after Clarksville Pike. This is not the type of crash we see very often. Thankfully, that car did stop where it did and did not continue going completely over the barrier wall. It looks like right now TDOT is about to drive forward and try to pull that car off of the ledge. We haven't really seen who the driver may be, if he is up walking around. We do know that there is a fire truck on scene, but we haven't seen an ambulance, so that's usually a good sign and can often mean that there aren't any major injuries. So hopefully that's what's going on right here with this pickup truck, really on that ledge. Just an unbelievable scene. One lane closed, as you can see, and they may end up having to close both lanes in order to tow that completely out of the way. We'll see as this continues to unfold. I-24 westbound here, a bit of a slowdown near Old Hickory Boulevard on the southeast side of town. There is a crash a little further ahead of this. It's off on the right shoulder, not blocking any lanes, but when there's flashing lights, there's always a slowdown. So a heads up along I-24 westbound. We're not seeing a major hit to drive time, so that is the good news. Our only other crash is also an injury crash working in Midtown. It's going to be right in front of Centennial Park on West End Avenue at 27th Avenue. This traffic report brought to you by Jeep. Now let's head over to Steve.
All right, Rebecca, sounds good. Thank you. And more breaking news coming into the newsroom now. A second suspect has just been arrested for a double murder that happened in East Nashville. And News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy downstairs at the 5 Alert Center working this one for us. Dan, good morning. This arrest just happened?
Yeah, Taylor Michelle Roberts just arrested overnight. I can't confirm. Wanted in connection with this double murder at the James Casey homes last month. We told you yesterday, confirmed through Metro Police, that a violent criminal was off the streets, arrested in Spring Hill, Tennessee for his involvement. This is him, Tramel Sparkman, arrested yesterday. He's facing nearly a dozen charges, including 2 counts of premeditated murder. But we went digging through court records this morning and showed that he had 2 accomplices in this crime as well, according to police, including Taylor Roberts, who was arrested this morning. Now police are also looking for apparently a 3rd woman, Shakira Webster. Both she and Roberts had warrants out for their alleged involvement in this crime too, after 2 men were shot during a robbery May 23rd at the Casey homes. Robbery appears to be the motive. Police all along believe that it was a woman who was driving the getaway Cadillac. Now detectives think that this double murder was just the start of this alleged crime spree. In fact, they say that Sparkman is also charged with firing shots during a home invasion just hours later, and also for shooting a man during a robbery the next day. So very much a developing story that we're following this morning. And as soon as this alleged 3rd accomplice is arrested, we'll break in and pass it along to you. Back to you.
Dan, thanks so much. Right now, a manhunt is underway for 2 escaped prisoners who murdered 2 guards in Georgia. Now, this is who they're looking for. You see them on either side of me, Ricky Dubose and Donnie Rowe. Now, these 2 men apparently overpowered the guards on a transport bus yesterday morning, then shot and killed them both. Dubose was serving 20 years for robbing a disabled veteran, and Rowe was serving a life sentence for assault and armed robbery. We're told he's from Lewisburg, Tennessee. And a $60,000 reward's being offered to anyone who helps put them back behind bars.
6:09 now on this Wednesday morning. Good morning, everyone. For Leland Statham, I'm Henry Rothenberg, and we do have quiet conditions right now as far as any type of shower or thunderstorm activity goes, but that'll change later on this afternoon. 70s outside right now. You take a look at the Power 5 radars. About 6 hours ago, we had some showers and thunderstorms that finally rained themselves out over Clay, Jackson, and Overton counties. Here's a look at the bigger picture, though, and you see this line that's moving into the Kansas City area. This is an upper level disturbance that I'm watching closely because while the severe threat is not over the mid-state and parts of southern Kentucky today, it will shift over that region tomorrow with that disturbance heading this way. So looking at real sky for today, we will see the potential for pop-up storms as we're around 90 degrees by lunchtime, heading into the lower 90s this afternoon. Partly cloudy for most, but some of us will see those pop-up showers and thunderstorms across the area. They'll start to diminish, though, once the sun sets this evening around 8:05. I want to say good morning to our camp of the day today. Of course, it's the students from Wilson County Civic League in Lebanon. They are this morning's camp of the day. Hopefully, they are going to be inside for much of the day with the heat and humidity out there. More on your forecast in the 7-day in just a bit.
Thanks, Henry. The blaze that ripped through a Goodwill storage facility actually may have been set on purpose. Investigators are now calling this one suspicious.
And after being held prisoner in North Korea for more than a year, an American college student is now back in the U.S., but his parents say he is in bad shape.
And we continue to follow that breaking news this morning in West London. Several fatalities already reported after a massive apartment tower continues to burn. We are following the very latest on News Channel 5 this morning.
Welcome back, everybody. An American college student is now back in the U.S. after being jailed in North Korea for more than a year. Otto Warmbier and his family arrived in Cincinnati late last night and immediately rushed him to the hospital. The 27-year-old's parents say he's been in a coma since last March after contracting botulism. Warmbier was arrested in Pyongyang in the airport there in January of 2016, accused of trying to steal a political banner. As we get more information about his condition, we will pass it along.
Today is President Donald Trump's 71st birthday, but instead of sending a card, Democrats in Congress are going to sue him. Nearly 200 lawmakers filing a lawsuit against the president, accusing him of violating the U.S. Constitution by accepting foreign payments while in office. Now, this is similar to a lawsuit that was filed by the Attorney Generals of Maryland and Washington, D.C. earlier this week that we told you about. So far, no response from the White House. More than 24 hours of deliberations, still no verdict for America's dad, as he was once known. The jury in the Bill Cosby sexual assault case called it last night late and said they're going to go back at the deliberations this morning. They've already asked the judge to have police testimony reread to them when they reconvene. Be sure to download the News Channel 5 app to be alerted as soon as a verdict in the Cosby case comes down.
5 Live traffic, breaking traffic news. We continue to follow this unbelievable crash with this pickup truck stuck on top of the barrier walls. 2 cars involved in this crash were originally told. There is an ambulance on scene as well as a fire truck, and Briley Parkway westbound is completely shut down just west of Clarksville Pike. You can see the big response here as they work to try to tow that pickup truck away, and the line of cars trying to get by this. They've all merged over to the left lane because they were originally allowing folks in the left lane to get by this, then on the left shoulder. But now, as it appears they're about to try to tow that car off that barrier wall, they are moving things out of the way so that TDOT truck can move forward. And in fact, I think that may be what's happening right now. Let's continue to watch this to see if they're about to drive forward and try to pull that truck off the ledge. Really, really lucky that it stopped where it did. That barrier wall really just kind of notched behind the front tires on the left side of that truck and the back tires on the right side. Now, we haven't seen the ambulance taking anyone away, so that's some good news there. That generally means that there aren't too bad of injuries, and we were seeing a couple women walking around who were not responders. So we're hoping they're the ones involved in the accident because they're up and walking and looking okay this morning. Starting to see a little more traffic now coming along the left side on Briley Parkway westbound here at Clarksville Goodlettsville Pike. So we'll continue to watch this and let you know exactly what's going on. Everyone else right now is running right on time. So that's the good news there, guys.
All right, hoping that driver's okay. So that's some of the most incredible video we've seen in a while.
Yeah. Wow. I cannot imagine what that guy was thinking.
I can't either.
You know, gee whiz.
But how lucky he is now.
Yeah. Yes. Totally. If they'd gone over the edge.
Someone just cringes looking at that.
I know, it does me too. Yeah. This fear of heights.
Great video from Sky 5 this morning on that.
Very good.
Wow.
All right, well, weather-wise, we need to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves today again. Heat, humidity, pop-up storms this afternoon, so it's more of the same, folks. Just keep that in mind as you head out and about. Here's a look outside of what we're waking up to temperature-wise with Sky 5 showing you 72 degrees. Beautiful shot this morning. South-southeast wind at about 3. Nashville Shores with our Skynet 5 location there. This site, definitely a good place to be today. 72 degrees the current temperature with our Skynet set brought to you by Nashville Shores. And it will be packed the second that it opens today. I'm pretty much certain. Great way to beat the heat. 73 in Murfreesboro, blue sky. We'll start to see the clouds filling in. 74 in Lebanon right now. We're going to climb into the 90s once again today. It is quiet. The showers and thunderstorms from last night pretty much ended around 2 this morning, the ones that were over parts of Clay, Overton, and Jackson counties. And as we take a look at today, well, pop-up storms, but tomorrow more of an organized threat for severe weather with an upper level disturbance sliding in. So today you just start to see these little green areas popping up here and there. Not everybody will see this, and then it'll die down once we lose the heating of the day factor. Forecast wise, 85 by mid-morning. We're climbing back into the 90s today, 93 this afternoon with these pop-up storms. After sunset, they die down again. We're at 73. It'll be a muggy night. Look for our temperatures to remain in the 90s for highs and 70s for lows going through the next 3 days. And then as we head into Father's Day weekend, we will be seeing these temperatures in the 90s. But Sunday night, a cold front moves through and it knocks our highs down into the 80s, which is where we should be. Lows will fall down into the 60s. More on your forecast coming up in a bit, but right now, let's check in with Amy.
All right, thanks so much. The massive fire that destroyed a Goodwill warehouse near downtown Nashville does not look like an accident. The storage facility on 11th and Herman went up in flames Monday night. No one was hurt, but yesterday, investigators ruled the blaze suspicious. Still no word exactly how it began. And an update to breaking news in London. New details about the victims in this massive high-rise fire, which is still burning right now. 64 people were rushed to the hospital, and now we're told 20 of them are in critical condition, and at least 6 have been confirmed dead, but that number is expected to rise. Crews are still battling those flames this morning. Steve?
That is amazing video right there. It would power 20,000 homes. It would create 100 new jobs, but its future is spinning around and around and going nowhere right now. Here why lawmakers are putting a stop to a planned wind farm here in Tennessee, at least for now. Check this out. It's the latest fitness craze, and it's coming to Music City. Wake up with goat yoga. What? That's next on News Channel 5 this morning. Welcome back, everybody. A new development now in this $100 million project aimed at bringing clean energy and more than 100 jobs to Tennessee. Guess what? It's on hold. The wind farm in Crab Orchard was expected to power 20,000 homes, but state lawmakers just passed a one-year moratorium on new turbines. The proposed site is on privately owned property behind a limestone quarry, although you would be able to see the 23 turbines from Interstate 40. Lawmakers say neighbors are worried about noise and also their property values. They're hoping to revisit the issue next year. Amy?
All right, you got to see this. So before you knock it, you got to try it. The latest fitness craze, goat yoga. It's really incredible. It has hit East Nashville now. And News Channel 5's Kristen Scovera checked it out for us.
All the way forward, top of your mat.
It's breathe in,
inhale,
bleat out.
Beyond surreal.
Eating your hair.
We're just happy that it makes people happy.
They bounce, eat leaves, and make yogis very happy and more than a little distracted.
Excited to be teaching one and letting everyone else find the joy of these animals being around for yoga.
Dozens of exercise enthusiasts showed up to class, organized by Shenanigoats, originally a goat landscaping company.
So it started actually 6 weeks ago with a post online of somebody wanting their yard cleared out using goats.
Jamie Kataspati owns the goats, who live on a farm about an hour outside the city.
People started talking about yoga, and I started saying, what? And then I did some Googling, and I said, we have babies that are friendly, like, let's do this. And you just see how happy they make everybody, and it's relaxing. You forget all the other crazy stuff that's going on.
This class sold out in just 3 hours. The next 2 are sold out as well.
Nice. Exhale, hands down.
New classes are already in the works.
Good vibrations. Elevated. I think everyone's going to have a great weekend after this.
Kristen Scovira, News Channel 5.
All right. I know you want to try it. It looks fun. Those little goats are cute. If you want to sign up for a class, we have more information on our website. Just go to newschannel5.com.
We're at 6:25 now on this Wednesday morning. I hope your morning's off to a great start. It's another humid day. Live look outside, though. The sun is shining. It is a nice start. You see Sky 5 making its rounds across the mid-state. One of my favorite views, courtesy of Sky 5, is that tail cam it has. 72 degrees, a light south-southeasterly wind at about 3 miles right now. But we're climbing into the 90s, and it will be humid. So I want to remind you of your heat safety tips. Slow it down. Drink plenty of water. Light-colored, loose-fitting clothing. Also, if you can take breaks into air-conditioned places, that's the best thing to do. If you don't have AC around, find a shady place just to get out of the direct sunlight to allow your body to cool down. Partly cloudy, pop-up storms again this afternoon with temperatures in the 90s, feeling a few degrees warmer than that courtesy of the humidity. But we do finally see a break from this heading into the weekend. We'll talk about that more coming up later on, Steve.
This is a look right now at Goodlettsville Dry Creek Road. Sky 5 flying over the scene. This is reported to be a very serious crash. You can see some of the response here, but the tree line too thick to be able to actually see the crash itself. Dry Creek Road here in Goodlettsville. And let's take a look at it on the map. This is where it is. It's just south of the intersection with Brick Church Pike. Now, we are told that a fatal team is on the scene, which means we're waiting to hear whether or not this is a fatal crash, but we do know right now it is considered a very serious crash in the Goodlettsville area. Now, this isn't a widely traveled or trafficked road, but Dry Creek Road is closed down just south of the intersection with Brick Church Pike. Now, we're still watching what's going on Briley Parkway. You saw those images just a few minutes ago where Sky 5 was on scene and there was a pickup truck on the barrier wall. Still have not towed that pickup truck out of the way just yet in those westbound lanes just past Clarksville Pike. Go ahead and hop down Clarksville Pike to avoid this. You can take Ed Temple to get back on I-40. You can go back up to Briley or wherever you need to go on the west side of town. The traffic report brought to you by Rivergate Toyota. Now let's head over to the desk.
All right. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Rebecca. Well, she was just arrested for stabbing someone 2 weeks ago. This morning, she's back behind bars.
And we just pulled her arrest warrant. And more breaking news to tell you about. 2 men are in the hospital after being shot in the same neighborhood just hours apart. Now police are trying to figure out if they may be connected.
Breaking traffic news. We are continuing to watch this pickup truck on top of this barrier wall on Briley Parkway in the westbound lanes just west of Clarksville Pike. So this is going to be on the northwest side of the Briley Parkway loop. TDOT still waiting to be able to tow that pickup truck off that barrier wall. We are seeing one line of traffic now moving through, so that is the good news, but a very big response here. We have not seen anyone taken away in an ambulance, so we're hoping that means that no major injuries. Now let's take a look at this on the map right now. This is a look at your alternate route. If you don't want to get stuck in that traffic, you can go ahead and exit off Clarksville Pike. You can take Ed Temple over to I-40. You can pop back up to Briley Parkway if you need to, or just continue on to the west side of town. Now, this is a look right now at Sky 5, who is flying over a very serious crash in the Goodlettsville area, Dry Creek Road. We're told the fatal team has been sent out. Obviously, very difficult to see because of the very dense tree line in the area. But this is Dry Creek Road, just south of the Brick Church Pike interchange here. We are told the fatal team is on scene, and it looked pretty bad when we have been able to see some of that crash through the trees. There was a pretty crunched up car on its roof that we saw a few minutes ago. I-24 westbound here, a little bit of a slowdown coming in from the southeast side in Rutherford County. Those drive times not bad though, 47 minutes in from Murfreesboro. Guys.
Thanks so much. Wow, incredible pictures, Rebecca, from Sky 5. A lot to get you caught up on from overnight. A busy night, not just here, but overseas. A major fire at a high-rise in London.
Yeah, incredible. 6 fatalities so far. That number is expected to climb. Incredible video. You'll see that in a minute. A lot to get you caught up on, but it's pretty muggy out there this morning.
It is. Heat, humidity again today, unfortunately. So definitely need to keep that in mind that it's going to be another uncomfortable day. Here's a look outside right now in Lebanon. 74 degrees is the current temperature out there. And as far as the temperature goes here in the Music City, Nashville Shores is also 73 degrees. That pool is going to be refreshing later on this afternoon with all the heat and humidity, and I have a feeling it's going to be packed again too. 69 over in Dixon. 70s and 60s are the story across the mid-state in southern Kentucky. No rainfall right now, but we'll see the pop-up storms later on today. Not everybody will see one, but if you come across one, heavy downpours can be expected, as well as the potential there of a little bit of hail, but I think tomorrow's the real threat. 73 tonight is it's just muggy out there, and then 91 as we head into the day Thursday with more widespread thunderstorm chances. We'll, of course, have much more on the forecast coming up in just a bit, but right now we've got some breaking news to get to with Amy.
Thanks so much, Henry. We do have breaking news now. Emergency officials are confirming at least 6 people were killed in this massive fire at a London high-rise overnight. That death toll, though, is expected to rise. This is a live look right now at the Grenfell Tower. Hundreds were evacuated when the building caught fire late last night. This was at the peak. 64 people taken to the hospital, 20 of those in critical condition. There were concerns that the building would collapse. We're told that is not a concern anymore. Be sure to download the News Channel 5 app for updates throughout the day today.
That is incredible video. All right, more breaking news now right here in Nashville. Officers on the scene of a reported break-in at a Dish Network store. News Channel 5's Alexandra Cohen just got to the scene on live drive there. And Alexandra, you don't hear about somebody breaking into a place like that very often.
Yeah, police officers here, Steve, tell me it's quite a weird scenario. The front door is busted. You can see glasses everywhere. They actually arrived here in the past 15 minutes or so. So you can see they're talking to some of the workers at Dish Network. They're going inside now to see if anything was actually taken. At this point, it appears that there were some filing cabinets that were rummaged through. But according to this officer at the scene, nothing appears to be taken at this time. They're obviously going to have to collect inventory because they have a lot of televisions and obviously like really expensive equipment that they store at this location. So right now, officers are trying to piece this together to figure out if anything from those cabinets were actually taken. Reporting in live drive on Brick Church Pike, Alexandra Cohen, News Channel 5.
Yeah, really interesting. All right, Alexandra, thanks a lot. And also breaking overnight, 2 shootings just hours apart, pretty much the same area. Metro Police trying to figure out what's going on, and the gunman is still out there on the run. News Channel 5 Sophie Nielsen-Colding is at Metro General Hospital. That's where one of the victims showed up overnight. And the area that we're talking about, pretty notorious for crime. We have talked about this area over and over, Sophie.
Right, just on June 3rd, there was a shooting and another one on June 5th. One of those was actually a deadly shooting. This first shooting overnight, though, happened just after 11:30. Now, a man says he was walking from the Z-Mart at 24 Lafayette Street to the J.C. Napier homes when a man tried to rob him. He says the gunman shot him in the back of the knee when he tried to run. Then someone drove that victim to Metro General. Doctors luckily say that he's going to be okay. Then shortly after 2 o'clock this morning, a man approached security at the Greyhound bus station in that area. He told them he'd been shot and needed help. The victim said he was on 1st Avenue South near Carroll Street when a man jumped out and shot him. He told police he doesn't know why, and he wouldn't give them a description of the gunman. Police say this victim also waited almost an hour to report the incident, so the shooting happened likely around 1 o'clock. That victim was rushed to Vanderbilt University Medical Center, also had a non-life-threatening gunshot wound. Now, there have been 36 reports of crime within about a half a mile of that Z-Mart there on Lafayette just in the past 7 days, so definitely a high crime area. Live in Nashville, Sophie Nielsen-Colding, News Channel 5.
Sophie, thank you. A man is recovering this morning after being stabbed in the chest, and the suspect was just arrested for stabbing someone else 2 weeks ago. News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy in the 5 Alert Center with more. Dan, we were just telling people about this woman.
Yeah, her name sounds very familiar, Kayla Singleton. It's because we were talking about her 2 weeks ago. This morning, Singleton's back in jail. Police say that she's a known prostitute and that yesterday's stabbing was over some sort of disagreement over an act that she was paid to perform. Now, she was arrested 2 weeks ago for a stabbing at the same exact apartments on Plus Park Boulevard. Court records show that case was dismissed last week. Police never found the knife used in that crime, but yesterday they did. In fact, they say they found Kayla Singleton walking down Plus Park Boulevard, leaving those apartments with a bloody knife in her hand. We don't yet have an update on the victim's condition, but I can tell you at this time, Kayla Singleton has only been charged with aggravated assault. Reporting in the newsroom, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
We are continuing to follow several very important, serious crashes right now. This one in Goodlettsville, Sky 5 flying over the area where we're told the fatal team has been called out. We are not yet being told whether or not this is a fatal crash, but difficult to see through the trees. Every once in a while we can get a glimpse of it here on Dry Creek Road in Goodlettsville. We did manage to see a car that was overturned on its roof earlier, and it was pretty crunched up. Big response here in Dry Creek Road is completely blocked off here. Through the trees you can kind of see. Here's a look at the actual crash here. This is the car. You can see the tires up and the car is over on its roof right now. Responders are there in the area trying to assess the situation and help in any way they can. So still waiting to get some more information. We do have a crew on the way to this crash on the ground as well to get more details. Let's take a look at this on the map. This is just below the Brick Church Pike interchange. So you can go ahead and use Brick Church Pike to head southbound if you need to get toward the Nashville area rather than using Dry Creek Road up in the Goodlettsville area right now. Now, Briley Parkway, we are still watching pickup truck up on a barrier wall in the westbound lanes just west of Clarksville Pike. So they are letting one line of traffic get by right now as they're trying to figure out how to best tow that truck off the wall without causing any more issues. But you can go ahead and avoid the backup by exiting off Clarksville Pike, head over to Ed Temple, and then you can hop onto Charlotte Pike to head westbound or wherever you need to go. This traffic report brought to you by Electronic Express. Now let's head over to Henry.
Rebecca, thank you very much, and good morning, everyone. Hopefully, if you're going to be outdoors today, you've got some sunscreen because the sun will be strong, temperatures will climb into the 90s, and humidity will be high as well. The green you see is what we call clutter on the radar right now, but we'll see some green and yellow and red with these pop-up showers and thunderstorms we're expecting to see later on today. I'm looping the Power of 5 radars over the last 6 hours, and you can see over parts of Clay, Jackson counties, and Overton counties the thunderstorms that we had last night. Right in here, it's finally about 2 a.m. when they finally rain themselves out, but we'll see more of this firing up today. Expanding the view out, and this is what I'm keeping an eye on for tomorrow. This right here brings the threat of severe weather to our north and to our west, but we see that threat shifting overhead as we head into Thursday with the chance of some small hail and gusty winds, which of course we'll talk more about coming up in the more detailed forecast momentarily. 84 at 9 a.m. to the 90s this afternoon, and those pop-up storms are expected. Want to say good morning, and hopefully you all are going to stay cool as well today to our camp of the day. It's the Wilson County Civic League Summer Arts Camp in Lebanon, Tennessee. Hopefully you all have a great day at camp, and hopefully you're also indoors beating the heat. Amy?
Thank you, Henry. So take a good look at these guys. If you know who they are, it could earn you some cold, hard cash. And hopefully their pictures are coming up here in a second. If not, we'll show you in a minute. Stay with us.
Welcome back, everybody. Happening right now, our first look at the men who stole thousands of dollars worth of weapons recently from a gun store. You can see them. Clarksville police say they broke into the Tactical Edge last week and made off with dozens of handguns and rifles. The ATF and the National Shooting Sports, they're now teaming up, offering several $1,000s in reward money if you can help put these guys behind bars. If you recognize them, call the Clarksville Crime Stoppers number, 931-645-TIPS. And also, you'll want to keep an eye out for this guy. The guy robbed the Rite Aid in Murfreesboro. Police think that long hair that he has right there, that long black hair, it's probably a wig. They also think it's the same guy that is right there robbing the Rite Aid in Cleveland last week. If anything about him looks familiar, police would love to hear from you.
The opioid addiction epidemic continues to plague the Southeast, and a new lawsuit here in Tennessee is taking aim at the companies who make those pain pills. 3 county prosecutors in East Tennessee and the guardian of a baby born addicted to opioids is suing several drug makers, accusing them of deceptive marketing practices. The suit claims the companies downplayed the risk of getting addicted to their medications. Earlier this month, Speaker Beth Harwell sent a letter to the state's attorney general asking him to consider a similar lawsuit. No word, though, on if he will follow through.
We continue to follow this very serious crash in the Goodlettsville area. Sky 5 flying over Dry Creek Road right now, and we've been able to get some closer looks at it through that very dense tree line. It looks like the car ran off the road, nicked a tree, and then tumbled over, running into a couple other trees. Now, we are being told that the fatal team is on scene, but no one has confirmed to us whether or not this is a fatal crash. So right now, we're just classifying it as a very serious crash in the Goodlettsville area. Now, it's on Dry Creek Road, just south of the Brick Church interchange. And of course, Brick Church Pike will get you all the way down into the Nashville area if you need to head to downtown without getting on Dry Creek Road, because it is, of course, completely blocked off during this investigation. Now, we're looking at Briley Parkway too. We still have a pickup truck up on the barrier here. Here's a look at it right now. TDOT working on towing it right now out of the way. Briley Parkway westbound. There is 1 lane of traffic allowed to get by, but we do have a big backup on the northwest side of the Briley Parkway loop. This is going to be just west of Clarksville Pike, and take a look at this pickup truck stuck on the barrier wall. That driver getting very lucky that the car stopped where it did. This traffic report brought to you by Outreach Community Federal Credit Union. Now let's head back to the desk.
All right, the roads have gotten very busy on this muggy morning.
Yeah, muggy morning, and then this afternoon, just keep in mind pop-up storms expected again. So it's going to be during the afternoon rush as well. So keep that in mind, folks. You could come across a shower or thunderstorm as we make our way into this afternoon, much like yesterday. The way to beat the heat, well, this is a good way to do it if you head outside to Nashville Shores, or you could just fan yourself with some paper or those fans you can get out at the store. Here's a look, though, at our Nashville Shores site with temperatures that are in the 70s right now, 74 degrees out there. And as we make our way through today, it's going to climb into the 90s. First Tennessee Park, you know, feels like summer, and hey, the boys of summer are back in action today, I think, against the Iowa Cubs. So if you're heading to the game, just remember that sunscreen and also to get some water. And nice shot as we take a look over in Columbia. 72 at the airport in Nashville. No rainfall right now, but we'll see some pop-up showers and storms later on today. That activity over Kansas City right now is what will move in and impact us tomorrow. So severe threat well to our west today, but it will move overhead as we go into your Thursday. Here's Exact Track. It's quiet for the first half of the day, but this afternoon, heating of the day, here we go with these pop-up showers and thunderstorms all across the area. The good news with it, it does drop the allergy count to that low to moderate range. All right, forecast-wise today, 80s, that's for the morning time. 90s this afternoon, with, again, the pop-up storm chances. And we're going to continue with this trend, copy and paste, if you will, over the next several days. It goes through Father's Day weekend. A cold front will move through Sunday night, though, and put our highs back to where they should be in the 80s and lows in the 60s. We want to say good morning to Kristen Averett. She is our weather artist of the day with that sunshine, a pop-up thunderstorm there, kind of fitting for the weather we're experiencing. She's a student over at Greenbrier Elementary, so good morning to her. Steve?
All right, Henry, sounds good. Listen to this one. It is a craze that is sweeping the nation. And now, goat yoga has hit Nashville. Here's News Channel 5's Kristen Scovera. She grabbed her mat and takes us to class.
Warrior 1, right foot in between the hands, arms up.
Trying to hold a yoga pose is hard enough, but now they're adding something else. Cute, fuzzy little goats.
Oh, eating your hair.
Goats are special. They have their own personalities. They love being with people.
Jamie Kataspati is the owner of Shenanagoats.
So it started actually 6 weeks ago with a post online of somebody wanting their yard cleared out.
Then the conversation changed from landscaping to wait, what?
People started talking about yoga, and I started saying, what? And then I did some Googling, and I said, we have babies that are friendly, like, let's do this. And you just see how happy they make everybody, and it's relaxing. You forget all the other crazy stuff that's going on.
Inhale, halfway lift.
So do farm animals and exercise go together?
All the way up to
Well,
the
that's
sky.
up to you, but yoga instructor Jenna Wolf insists happiness is the key to health.
Just the joy and like the heart fulfillment that everyone will feel after this, I think, is absolutely going to coincide with yoga.
This one was sold out in 3 hours, which was mind-blowing. There's 2 others that are sold out, but yoga teachers keep contacting us and people keep contacting us, so we're adding more classes as we go, and we're looking for a permanent spot.
In Nashville, Kristen Scovira, News Channel 5.
Wow, pretty cool. If you'd like to exercise with the Shenanigoats, we have more information on our website at newschannel5.com. Much more successful than the hippo yoga that didn't go so well.
That's fun.
We are continuing to follow several breaking stories overnight in Nashville and, of course, overseas. That fire in London, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, we've got the latest on this deadly high-rise fire in London. That's next on News Channel 5 this morning.